Welcome to 1956, a year of breakthroughs, rebellion, and rock and roll. 1. Elvis Presley makes his TV debut on The Ed Sullivan Show, September 9, 1956. Elvis performs on The Ed Sullivan Show for the first time, sending teenagers into a frenzy. Unique fact, the show's producers only filmed him from the waist up to avoid controversy over his dance moves. 2. The interstate highway system is approved, June 29, 1956. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signs the Federal Aid Highway Act, creating 41,000 miles of roads. Unique fact, it was originally designed for military use, allowing rapid movement in case of war. 3. Grace Kelly marries Prince Rainier III of Monaco, April 19, 1956. Hollywood star Grace Kelly marries Prince Rainier III, becoming Princess of Monaco. Unique fact, the wedding was broadcast live to 30 million people, one of the first internationally televised royal weddings. 4. The hard disk drive is invented, September 4, 1956. IBM introduces the first ever hard disk drive, the IBM 305 RAMAC. Unique fact, the 5 megabyte drive was the size of 2 refrigerators and weighed over 1,000 pounds. 5. The Hungarian Revolution begins, October 23, 1956. Hungarians rise up against Soviet control, demanding freedom. Unique fact, the revolt lasted only 12 days, but it inspired future uprisings against communism. 6. Marilyn Monroe's famous Happy Birthday Mr. President dress is designed. Jean-Louis designs the iconic rhinestone-studded gown for Marilyn Monroe. Unique fact, the dress was so tight that Monroe had to be sewn into it before performing. 7. The Suez Crisis disrupts global politics, October 29, 1956. Egypt's President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalizes the Suez Canal, leading to a conflict involving Britain, France, and Israel. This was one of the first times the United Nations stepped in to prevent war. 8. The first video recorder hits the market. What happened? Ampex releases the VRX 1000, the first commercial video recorder. Unique fact, it cost $50,000, making it available only to TV studios. 9. The first black player wins the Heisman Trophy, December 5, 1956. Paul Hornung wins the Heisman Trophy, making history. Unique fact, he won despite playing for Notre Dame, which had a losing record that season. 10th, Rocky Marciano retires as the only undefeated heavyweight boxing champion. Rocky Marciano, one of the greatest boxers in history, retires undefeated at 49-0. Unique fact, he remains the only heavyweight champion in history to retire without a single loss. 11th, the first transatlantic telephone cable opens. The first submarine telephone cable allows direct calls between North America and Europe. Unique fact, before this, international calls had to go through radio transmissions, which were unreliable. 12. My Fair Lady becomes a Broadway sensation. The musical My Fair Lady debuts on Broadway, becoming a huge success. Unique fact, it held the record for longest-running Broadway show until Fiddler on the Roof broke it in the 1960s. 13. Ford introduces the first seatbelt as a safety feature. The Ford Motor Company becomes the first car manufacturer to offer seatbelts as an option. Unique fact, at first drivers refused to use them, believing seatbelts trapped people in cars. 14. The first artificial heart pump is successfully used. Dr. Michael DeBakey successfully implants the first artificial heart pump in a human patient. Unique fact, this innovation eventually led to the development of modern artificial hearts. 15. The classic film The 10 Commandments premieres, November 8, 1956. Cecil B. DeMille's The 10 Commandments is released, becoming one of the most epic films in history. Fun fact, it was the most expensive film ever made at the time, costing $13 million. How many of these facts did you already know? Which one was completely new to you? What stood out the most? Drop a comment and let me know. What was the most interesting thing about 1956 for you? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. See you in the next year.